Voila! I just finished my eggs. 3 donuts left here. I'm drinking my lunch only 5 days a week. Next month, yeah. What's for lunch on Sunday today? I don't know. Baked salmon. Again. They cook it. Cooking fish is hard. Let people cook it for you. No bones. Oh, fish always had bones in the 80s. What happened? What's up? Leave a like on. Leave a like. Come on. Hey, you know. You just want to fuck Dory out of everything she's earned. Let's see those subs go down. Shouldn't this? You know what I'm saying? Anybody shows up today. Nobody bothered me last episode. And that was 6 in the morning. A ghoul comes in, so we flash the Blanco hand. Did it feel like they didn't play? Should there have been an NBA playoff game today? Did they do it? Wait, what's going on in LA? Calling in the National Guard, and they're already there. That's pretty good. Yes, a paper clip. Hey, what's going to happen if war breaks out? Are all the American Germans going to team up versus everybody? Fuck around and find out. Fuck around and find out, guys. Fuck around and find out. All the Germans will run to the Christian churches, and everybody else will run to the Catholic churches, and we will have the war that I want. We will crush those Germans. Yeah, that's right. The Christians have no chance. Christians have no chance. Those Germans have no chance. Really, they're going to have to drive me out of the state too, but hey, whatever makes my land safe. If I have to be the Khan who leads the people to a new colony like Genesis, you can have all my people follow me. We'll leave California. Give it back to the people who it belongs to. When we occupied their homes 100 years ago, we know who built these homes. Where did LA come from? It was pretty much already built, bro. Everybody wants to complain about mud floods and the Salt Lake City temple, but no. LA, Jared Booster, John Levi, we stole my town, LA. It doesn't belong to the United States, and now they want to have some kind of iron rule. Man, fuck the East Coast. Fuck Donald Trump. I'm still here. I'm just gonna drop a F Trump in chat, so you know where I stand. Now, if he was nicer, if he was less abrasive, if he had more transparency, if he didn't try to do everything at once and nothing at all, it's a lot of big talk to get halfway into the Gaza Strip with boots on the ground and then pull them out and just say, hey, we'll hang around LA, hang around Los Angeles. Money in the Bank, Los Angeles, LA riots. Same headline. The filter looks nice. It matches my shirt, bro. Yes, my little heart necklace. Where is it? My little heart necklace. It's a choker. Don't choke. It's a heart choker. Anyways. I gotta smoke a whole pack, bro. I gotta smoke a whole pack. I gotta drink my 25 ounces. I gotta hit the vape next. All the way to the top. My beard is topped off. I'm ready. Here's my chat. Okay. Choker, I hardly know her. I try to have three ideas a show. Okay, today we're gonna focus on the National Guard, I guess. Virtual signaling. The National Guard came in to Los Angeles on January for the fires. Hey, you know what? The National Guard was already deployed. They've already warmed up for this. They have already successfully saved the city. I don't think Trump did that, guys. Nobody's giving Trump credit for putting out the fires, because nobody put out the fires. The only thing the National Guard did was prevent looters. And now we're talking about rioters in a busy city, and there's no fires. There's no fires. There's just people standing around in formations in the middle of the street. And then you see that rioters escaping on electric scooters. At that rate, I don't know why my brother's not out there. Let me listen to my radio. It's not. Well, you can't see anything at night, so it doesn't matter. To me, you do it during the day and you get held accountable. You do it during the night, you just get locked up. I assume that we only see half of the shit at night. So if you can't go out during the day, you're hiding something. Your troop movement. Why don't you start your video from your house and then walk your ass down to the protest? We have no integrity. I'm not on the protester side. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking the side of the protesters. I'm sure that stream sucked. Making those shit videos. Nothing but... Nobody wants to watch your protest videos. They just don't. They all look like crap. Now, what they want is drone footage, rooftop footage, dash cam footage. Hey man, that shit's all automated back. They don't need you holding up your hand, holding out there in a protest, holding up your hand with your piddly piss shooting device, trying to shoot video. You're gonna catch somebody. You're gonna win the lotto. California will fuck you up, bro. I mean, California would defeat the East Coast. My goal in life is to rally the people of California to humble the East. Humble the East. I can say fuck the East Coast and Trump. You put it right next to each other. Right, the same thing to me. Same thing to me. Maybe California hates Texas because it belongs to us. Texas belongs to California. Baja, Mexico belongs to California. If you don't think we have territories to recover, you're a shithead Republican who already has the same territory. Okay, so you occupy prior non-American lands. You would be nothing, dude. You would be nothing if you didn't if you didn't take Texas and California. You'd be fucking nothing. Thankfully, California still is Mexico, so you can have a reminder that it's not all yours. That they came, they put their name on it, and we took half of it. We took half of that shit. And we definitely populated it, okay? And we suffer with high temperatures, your stupid Eastern Standard Time work hours. My life doesn't revolve around them, you know? But the whole world actually revolves around my time zone, Pacific PST. Nobody gives a shit about your central mountain or what was it? East Coast time zone? Is that what they call it? What kind of stupid name is that? Double check what the name of this zone is called. As you know, they've been isolated themselves into their shit that's just for them. Eastern Daylight Time. Central Daylight, Mountain, Pacific, Alaska, Hawaii. There's no Western time zone. There's no Southern time zone. There's just these people who think that they're the East and the world revolves around them, but we don't even use their time zone. Let's just call it Trump time. Call it Trump time. Everybody's living on Trump time. Yes, When Worlds Collide was an awesome pay-per-view today. Conan was making his network debut as a commentator. He's terrible. He needed to raise the volume on his microphone. I couldn't even hear him. You think I have audio quality problems? So, what they do in that time zone, we have them surrounded. We'll push them to the ocean, man. Just drive them to like lemmings. Their only escape is to come west, man, or swim. It'll be like Saipan. You fuck Trump. Why is my brother banned on YouTube and How come I don't get banned? Maybe I'm on the winning side. I'm probably gonna be up 10 hours. I will not go to bed until after lunch. In my current life, I might only be awake 11 hours. I could be sleeping 13 hours a day on and off, because I don't have much going on. All we can do is observe troop movements. There's no matter who is Cobra Commander. I want to get 5 frames per second. Thank you. They can hear me clearly. What is the West? The West is the Spanish, the Latino. What is the East Coast? The plantation, the Whitey Reservation, the Whitey Reservation. That's Pennsylvania. That's where all the white people live, on the White Reservation. What can I can't say that. You should probably not spell that out. YouTube is stupid. They think they can't comprehend my mumbling. The White Reservation of Pennsylvania. They have the numbers. They vastly outnumber us. Any skirmishes will be laughed at after a single birth cycle, guys. I replaced myself. Your mission in life is to have children, so when you are gone, you have replaced yourself. They always say their mission is to replace us. Well, I replaced myself. I made one child. You and your spouse's job is to replace both of you and then burn out. There's a lot of burnout in LA. There's a lot of guys my age who have kids. You're fucking with the wrong ones. You're fucking with the dickless, childless man of the East Coast versus the fertile nature of the desert-dwelling Los Angeles. You have no fucking chance. You have no chance. My mother, she had 3 children in LA. That means I can kill 3 people because that's what that's what it means. When you're a dickless, genderless, mutant soldier who has no capability to even replace yourself, it's not your mission to go and kill all the other children of the hard-working people. You're less than human. I would only recruit fathers and mothers. I would never recruit a dickless child. You can be in school, okay? You can go to your military school. You can go be a Boy Scout. But you want to get called up to active duty. And none of this National Guard bullshit. You actually want to be a real soldier where taking your life is the game. Well, you have to leave something. Otherwise, you're nothing. You'll be nothing. My daughter will be here when I'm gone. On paper, it's okay. It's okay if I upset somebody. Even Trump knows it. Trump doesn't give a fuck if he gets a shot in the ear because he got kids to replace him, bro. Do you? Does Luigi Manzone have kids? Does Kyle Rittenhouse have kids? No. That's why. That's the East Coast. You know, the kid, the guy in Cincinnati, he had a kid, so he killed the cop, and he's still alive. You take one of mine, I'll take one of yours. The only thing is that you don't have the potential to weaponize your sperm. Whereas everybody knows the most powerful weapon on earth is the Muslim womb. Because a Muslim woman will have 9 child. Bro, do you think you can take her out? You couldn't take that woman out if you tried. If you kill nine Hamas, you get credit for 1 woman. Ask your favorite shows to say that. Your favorite show is shit. You have to kill 9 Hamas. Just to erase the work of 1 Muslim womb. Even though they're having a lot of sex, man. You can complain about your justice and your peace, but they're fucking all night. Okay, and you ain't getting, Americans don't get that. CCP Pooty. Let me reset my chat. Once it gets up to the hat, it's okay. If it's blocking my face, it doesn't bother me. But this way, you know. Lean forward so you can see the text at the top with a nice. Everybody wants an Iranian princess for a wife because she will give you 9 children. Okay? These English-speaking women they think that if they don't put out, everybody else will stop putting out. That's essentially what it is. That's what Bin Laden was warning us about. And that's why, if you Google my unit, we did the mail in Bosnia. Bin Laden was in Bosnia. Probably at the same time my unit was there hooking the Muslims up, you know? Could you imagine my unit delivering mail to Bin Laden? Or his soldiers, or Bin Laden getting a cookie from one of our packages and shit? Because we were supporting Al-Qaeda in Bosnia. So but then they went off the rails and attacked us because our Western values. Oh, why did Osama bin Laden? I mean, why? You know, if you're at the Crimea, you can look out in the ocean. And you can see Bin Laden because he's in that water. He's right there. Best view in the world from Turkey, from Vern, Moldova, Georgia. You get to see Bin Laden with your own eyes every day. You look at the Black Sea. That's Bin Laden's soup. That's just a giant soup with his bones in the bottom. I made it through my 6 donuts, which really have been hitting me pretty good. I find it easy to make it through the 99 grams. What is it? 20. 99 divided by 6. There are 16.5 gram donuts. I don't have to be, I'm not on, I'm on my set. Nobody paid me. I don't have makeup department. I don't have a wardrobe department. I'm on my personal time. I can pick my nose. I know who the enemy is, bro. I'm not confused. Let me tell you about this white reservation. The white reservation of the Freemasons. They've been granted X amount of land, but it's not enough. You can barely travel back and forth between Canada with the fees right now, but they're looking for more land in Arizona. California and Dallas belong to each other, okay? Currently, Arizona is very high-tech, Silicon Valley. It's kind of controlled by San Francisco. Most people in San Francisco actually live in the summer in Phoenix, okay? The wealthy, techies. But let me tell you something. That shit doesn't belong to San Francisco. That shit belongs to LA. And that's why the Cowboys and Rams play next. Oh, the Cowboys and Rams play next, okay? That could have been a Cowboys and 49er game. But Dallas is done. Dallas is done with San Francisco. You see, Dallas has what we call nice things, like air conditioning. So, if the Cowboys play in Los Angeles, they play at SoFi. It's a state-of-the-art. It's a little nicer. It's actually nicer than Jerry's World. Okay? Now, let me tell you something about respect, because this is something that the 49ers never show anybody. That's why I'm here in San Francisco. I don't have to show you respect. I'm in San Francisco. I represent the 49er way. I learned the 49er way, but I'm a Rams fan. I just, sorry. When you live with the enemy, you learn and adapt their ways, like washing their feet when they come into your house, or just disrespecting it altogether. That's the 49er way. Why would the Cowboys take an extra game that they have the option to it's not an official rotation, with the Denver Broncos coming in week 1? I mean, the Broncos are at an advantage. It's at the altitude level. When you drop 4,000 feet, you go from you go from what, potentially like 80% oxygen in the air to 100. You end up slowing down, so the home team won't gas out. Play the clock. The Denver Broncos lost the last time in the preseason, but Brock Purdy played. Why would Brock Purdy play that game? I'm just going to say, do you think Brock Purdy is going to play the Broncos? He did last time. He's going to play 2 series while they go easy on him with the starters. I'd love to see him get hurt in the preseason. Everybody's watching Terrell Davis hits just smash some 49er in the preseason. That's what you think the preseason is fake, huh? Until men are getting folded in half and never play again, huh? You want to miss all the good shit. I want to see the weaklings on the field. I want to see your boy. Because that's you. That's what I don't think. When I'm watching the playoffs, bro, I don't think about you. I think about people my caliber. Okay? But the world is not full of people at my caliber. So I enjoy the, dented helmets. I enjoy watching the people who can't cut it, people who won't win the Super Bowl. Nobody wants to play in that game versus Denver. These 49ers, do you think the 49ers want to play Denver next? Do you think? They're going to tell you how easy the schedule is. It's a cakewalk. It's a cakewalk. It's the easiest schedule of all time, guys. That's what they're going to tell you. But do you think, after winning Super Bowl 50 in Levi Stadium, going into Super Bowl 60, do you think the Denver Broncos are going to go easy on the fourth? They have not had respect for 10 years. You think it's the worst thing Denver ever did was win that Super Bowl 50? And this is the 49ers' chance to get a big fake victory. But Denver can remember losing the last game here. They're not going to go easy again. Is it Sean Payton? Sean Payton. Denver's got the same coach. There's only 2 ways a 49er game goes. The opposing team will run 45 plays and put the offense on the bench in the fourth quarter because they never have a tight, close game. There's never going to be a chance in which both teams ran 60 plays in a long competitive game. It's always going to be uncompetitive trash time by the second quarter where the 49ers never get real reps. Okay, just because you're winning when you're winning the game the whole time and you never trail once, and then you're eliminated in the playoffs every year because you've never been tested, that's the 49er way. Just like Trump. Trump is acting like he's a goddamn 49er. Radio, 2 a.m. So I want to have more than one idea per show, guys. I mean, you know, we lose a little sleep on the riots. We lose a little sleep on lack of respect because we don't show respect. We're the 49ers. We're the people of San Francisco. I mean, well, holier than everything. It doesn't matter. We're the first world champions of all time back in 1851. When the 1851 world champ was probably the the most popular word of the year. Nobody knows what a world champ was until Cincinnati had professional baseball and San Francisco started claiming ballet professionals like uneven bars, pommel horse, floor routine, gymnastics. You can just proclaim yourself a gymnastic world champion, and that's what San Francisco would do with their athletes in before the Civil War, bro. It was before the Civil War. San Francisco's over here like, yeah, we the champs. We the champs. I'm talking about before the Civil War. You don't even think there was professional sports. They already had that shit in the newspaper talking about world champ San Francisco. You don't even know what a world champ is because we invented that shit in San Francisco. You some punk ass champs wherever you are. Wherever you are, you're in a shithole. Your best chance is to come to me. Come to me. Come to San Francisco. If all men are created equal, then you will have all this. Because what did I do for this? This is just the way it is. This is God's will. I can go stay in the middle of fucking nowhere as long as I don't speak up to the people I live with, because your cuck ass family, your cuck ass landlord, that shit doesn't work in India, bro. That shit doesn't work in the Muslim world. Okay? Your Christian East Coast landlord, your taxation. We're gonna flip you like the Boston Tea Party, dude. We're not gonna drink your shit, bro. We're gonna pay you fucking. We're not paying rent to you. We're not paying rent to you. What do you care how much my rent? My rent's not your federal budget, you know. I feel like I'm just attacking my audience. Should I write? Should that be the name of tomorrow's episode? This episode is lunch 5 days a week because they took away my lunch on next month. There won't be any more lunches on the weekend. Let me check this Dodger score. MLB scores. Dodgers won. St. Louis. My team won. My city won. My Dodgers lost. They just want to bury every sport. You have to understand that California is divided. We should all support everything. Everybody wishes they were a Padre fan. We all wish we had a complete set collection of LA Charger toys. But they didn't even make any. because the old people who are 55 who eat that shit don't need it. I'm lucky that they feed me at my age of 49 because I'm a resident in the, okay? But if I wasn't, they'd say get the fuck out. This program is called Helping Hand, and I have not Googled why they have canceled our weekend meals yet. I'm prepared to starve. I'm prepared to drink $1 beer. Yep. Audio's good though. I do wish I had some text to speech just to hear what some of the things. I'm here to lay an audio track.
Quarterback to have started at least one game. 9 NFL teams. Here's a clue. And I'm currently on the Thursday Night Football broadcast. Brianna, what my name?
Teddy Bridgewater.
Fitzpatrick. It is Ryan Fitzpatrick. I was going to go with
Okay. The radio says Ryan Fitzpatrick is still working in audio after 9 different teams. He has a job in the audio department. The filter. Well, let me see that. So, in other words, the filter improves the logo. This is the new Raider logo. That's nice. It's zesty. Shit happens on my show, man. My show is where the magic happens. I didn't think that would happen. Should I put the banana on the Raider? Let's see if that banana. Here It looks good. You're right. I've seen worse things in my. I've looked at worse things in my life. The Raiders should be thankful. Hey, I'd like to welcome everybody to my show, but please, no Raider fans, okay? I am the Raider. I don't need fans. I'm trying, because when I'm rating some shit, I'm not. You ain't gonna bust me by saying, "Yeah, I recognize that guy." And blow my cover. So I don't want to have guilt by association. There ain't gonna be no Raiders. I am the Raider. I will come to your shit, bro. I've been empowered by my Randall McNally roadmap and your desire to come to my town and build. You built the roads that I will invade you with. You put those roads down. I will come to you. The problem was he didn't know we had so much oil. We didn't know we were sucking gas right out of the ground in LA, bro. They didn't think, they thought all the oil was in Texas, bro. You see that's the difference. That's why LA and Texas, it's oil with gas. You can't touch our gas. What are you gonna do? Blow up our fucking refinery at Beverly Hills High School? We will end you, bro. We'll end you. We'll fucking end you. You don't have nothing, bro. You're not living on top of an oil refinery like it ain't. Iraq and LA, same thing to me, man. That's where I'm from. That's why I identify as a desert dweller. That's why they took advantage of the desert dwellers to invade the desert, because they couldn't do it. They had to send me after the towers because they couldn't do it, bro. Couldn't do it, bro. They think I wouldn't talk, bro. You think I'm gonna listen to them? You think I'm gonna listen to them? Are you? Nah, man. What else am I gonna do? I do my job every day in the Army. I excel at my job every day as a civilian. I perform my Army duties every day. I'm an administrational clerk, and I forward top secret information. You think I don't got top secret information? Save the diocese, guys. We have to save the Catholic diocese. Sunday school. We need to plan Sunday school after the game so we can talk about the results. What is that logo? It's just me. I'll block any Raider fan in coming here. But man, I get the same 5 people watching my show all the time. At the 53-minute mark, I'm going to check the statistics. How many people watch? From 284, this episode has approximately 64 people plus 10. One person a minute motivates me. As long as I think at least one person is listening every minute, I got motivation. And it's honest. The same people are intrigued to come back and to figure out the secrets of the universe, according to Ted. When you have a child, you create a job in child support, guys. Every time you have a child, you give a daycare a job. Save the daycare, bro. Daycare saved my life. Oh my God! Thank God for decent daycare. Most people who can understand what I'm saying are old enough to be separated around lunchtime from your parent. If you're too young to know what lunch is, then You probably drink out of a bottle and you don't go to daycare, okay? Just saying, that's how my process of elimination. For the future, I say that so we can remember I said that in the future. And there's little babies in chat, yeah. That's why, let's get Dory out. You do it. Dory sees the baby. Dory likes that baby. Thank you for giving Dory something in the comments. I mean, so Dory's my baby. I have to treat her. I can't just burn her. But sometimes you want to wake her up. I got maybe pictures of me as a 5 years old. That's the newest. And I was such a fat baby. It barely looks like me. Dory likes that. Dory likes that. Dory is worried because my subs are going down, but I don't give a shit. It's harder to go down than it is to go up, man. I'm not a sellout. I don't give a shit if I go down. I get paid by my army, bro. The subs mean nothing to me, bro. Oh, I'm so worried that the current monetary system won't fucking reward me. When you can pay me with social credit, when you vote for me in the ballot box, I will accept your payment. But I am no shill. I cannot be bought. I am a belligerent in my home state. The bell. Hit the bell. Let me hit my radio. If you need money, you can be making, run away from home if you need money. There you go. You get no money at home, I tell you that. You may never have get a good job, but that home is gonna suck the money, suck your life potential out of you. Like, find a circus. The army was my circus. I mean, I admit it. It's easier to get into the army than the circus. I do virtue signal clown makeup sometimes, right? There's no good clown filters in these things. Did I take any pictures recently? I went and hooked up, right? When I hooked up, this is what I got. I picked up this. See right at the top, I got the peanut butter runts and the liquid cherry. This is what I got. That's what I'm hitting on. This is the runt. This is the runt. And this is the gelato. This is the gelato. There. The phone's falling over here. There's no good clown filter because they hate clowns. Oh yeah. There's something they hate more. They hate the shamanate. The well-dressed. I identify as a well-dressed Chinese man who doesn't give a shit. And I know they exist. I have more in common with the Chinese rebel than I do the American. Big hit. And I made it an hour, 1 minute. I'm gonna swipe up, check the battery. 26 frames per second to 20, still 26. And we dropped to 16. But we're at 46% battery. What? 46% battery with over an hour already on that's pretty good. Have I finished the beer? The beer's still up to here. The vape pens are full. Count my cigarettes. Not sleeping. I'll be up until 10 in the morning. Which one am I hitting? This one. I got a fork. Last night I was eating without fork. I ended up getting 4 free corn dogs and eating with a corn dog stick. So, but this fork was from today's meal was disgusting. It was just a tofu. Let's take a look at I'll show you my leftovers from today's tofu, okay? Now, there was some chicken. There was some shit. So you rice, you put some Heinz mayonnaise on. Mayonnaise on everything. Okay? I could have I could have enough damn tofu in here to goddamn make a Heinz mayo and tofu goddamn sandwich if I fucking wanted, right? I can make a Heinz mayo. Is that a piece of chicken? So I just salvaged more chicken. That's why I didn't pay for food. I ate some eggs. I got a beer. I came home. Look at my belly jiggy. We can put my chicken on a fork. And I can display it just to make sure. Is that tofu? Does that look like a square? No, that is not a chopped square of tofu. That is meat. This is meat. And when I drink meat, I like to savor the beer at the same time. So let's have a sip of the beer. Ludicrous chicken and beer. There you go. know, Ludacris Chicken and Beer is the last album I bought. Ah, ah. I'm so ghetto. Ludacris Chicken and Beer, October 7th, 2009. 2003. Bro, I was still in the army when that shit came out. That's why every time you eat chicken and beer, you remember I was in the army when that song was new, okay? You remember that you weren't, you're not, and I was, okay? Now in the army, you might have a lot. The chicken is the hard part to find. I mean, chickens, they're running out of chicken everywhere you go. Even in the army, they ain't got that much chicken to eat. We eat frog legs sometimes. How would you like to be like, yeah, duty day, let's go eat lunch, frog legs. I can't eat here. How can I plan my shit around this? Read the menu. Shouldn't. I know it's salmon today. Salmon. I know it's my fork is the only fork I got. I got noodles in the house. If I try to eat those noodles and I don't wipe this fork down now, I'll be pissed at myself, bro. I'll be digging under the bed looking for an old fork. And I couldn't even find a butter knife. And I stashed. My meal comes with a knife. You have to stash the knife. Jake Tucker. You know that guy? Let's have Jake Tucker on the show. This guy. That's my old logo. That used to be the logo of my channel. Logo. I missed the days when I was that's B. That's the old B. I feel like changing. I need to change the name of the channel soon. There's still chicken in my teeth. There's a drip in my beer. Where's the beer? Up to there. Glug glug. Gone. To health. To health. To health. You got a toothpick? $19.99. $19.99 was probably the greatest year of all time. I didn't even get laid. I had sex on January 1st, 2020. I waited until I was 24 years old on January 1st in the year 2000, the first day of this millennium, to have sex, real sex with a black woman. Her name was Delicious 420. I met her on America Online. Because the only reason to go online is to find somebody to fuck, okay? Delicious 420 was a very big woman. I would say at least 300 pounds. Shit. And I drove all the way to San Diego to the military housing neighborhood. Think 29 Palms. So I met her, she was in Chicago when I was talking to her, and she was saying she would be in San Diego on the 1st. So I actually got to her house and met her mother and father before she got off the plane. I almost fucked her mom, but I didn't know it. Her mom probably was slightly hotter than her big fat daughter. You know, it was like, oh, you here to fuck Precious? Well, be nice to her. You know, they didn't really give a shit. It was New Year's Eve. I was there to fuck Precious, and they never saw me again. I mean, who's got stories like that? Okay. I got a blowjob from a girl who wanted my stolen copies of Tony Hawk 2. It was 1999. NBA Live on PlayStation 1 had just released. Blockbuster had 20 copies on the shelf. So I think I like to say this in chat. I used to be a prolific shoplifter. The last time I shoplifted, I went into Blockbuster Video and took 2 video games. But what games were they that I actually stole from Blockbuster? 'Cause I could steal any game I want, bro. I don't give a shit. If it's on the shelf, anybody can steal it. But what games did I get? Me and my friend, we could go get 10 games a day. My friend, who I showed him how to get games at Blockbuster, he would drop like fucking 8 games into his pants. He would just take every goddamn, he'd take every goddamn game. There you go. I mean, I had every game. If it's on the shelf, if it's on the shelf of Blockbuster, it's basically got my name on it. The hardest game I ever stole from Blockbuster, Ogre Battle, Earthbound. Dude, I had access to every goddamn game you could imagine. I stole Ogre Battle, I stole Earthbound. These other kids didn't play shit at home. They had to pay full price for the game. They only printed 10,000 copies of the game. They didn't have the game at all. I got every goddamn game for free because I could just walk out the goddamn door, look at my stogie. I'm gonna smoke. I have a good one ready. I'm gonna smoke the stogie because this reminds me of taking that used ass video game from Blockbuster and adding it to my collection. I used to rob Blockbuster 3 days a week. Yeah, I had 3 different Blockbusters I'd go to. They all had their own separate selection. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. Los Angeles had in my neighborhood about 10 Blockbusters, but only 3 of them, Monrovia, Hastings Ranch, and La Cañada, had no security. Let's put the fork. Leave the fork in here. The fork will hold my hair in place. The statute of limitations on shoplifting, on video games. Oh, $50 game 25 years ago. What are you gonna do to me? I'm a war hero. I don't have games. I don't even fucking keep games anymore. Why would I need a game? Why would I need a goddamn DVD? But I still didn't tell you the 2 games I stole. So you act like you know something. Yeah, I didn't tell you the 2 games I stole. I'm typing it out. Green Rogue, codename Green Rogue. But the kids don't. What's it? What's a Green Rogue? When I graduated basic training, I went straight back to the place I was working. I was working at Blockbuster, right? I joined the Army. I was working at None of you know this. You think you know me just because I told you I went to Afghanistan. But I was working at Blockbuster before I joined the Army. And when I completed basic training, I went back to Blockbuster and I walked in and I recognized everybody. And, I like to imagine that they didn't recognize me, but they just didn't, they weren't paying. People's low perception, they allowed me to walk through the store into the PlayStation 2 section. All the games they had. I said, wow, they didn't have that when I joined the Army. This came out during my training. I didn't get to play it, but I dropped it in my pocket and I ended up outside the store. And I don't want to tell you the other techniques. The lookout, I'm not going to tell you my outfits or how many bags I was carrying. But I came out that day with a copy of Green Rogue on PlayStation 2. This looks like, you see the 2 logo on PlayStation 2 up there. So, I didn't even get to play it. I left it at the house. My brother played it. He said he beat it. But I also picked up a copy of Wizard Might and Magic or... It was good times. I wish I was still a Blockbuster. I would never steal anything because they give you 3 free rentals a week. If you want to live in this century and be privy to 5 free DVDs a week and any 3 new release games every week, I mean, you could pay full price for some shit, but me, I was living under the privilege of the Blockbuster. I would trade it for a Subway. Getting a free Subway sandwich every time you clock a shift. That's my other perk. That's the other thing I'm used to. I think a Subway sandwich, that's free if you know how to put it. If you know how to make one, they legally have to give it to you. But that's if you're a sandwich artist. A sandwich artist is what it says on your name tag. I'm technically a sandwich artist because I worked for Subway in '95. Let me check my battery at 25 minutes past an hour. My chat's not appearing on screen, so people aren't baited. I basically took 15 copies of Tony Hawk 2 and traded it in a GameStop for a free Dreamcast. Yeah, I used to own the Dreamcast. Other people could fantasize about playing those games. I used to have that Virtual Boy. That was the good system. Virtual Boy was the best, man. It's Super Soldier Training. I'm a Virtual Boy Super Soldier now. If you don't go through all the Virtual Boy Super Soldier simulation games, there's only 18 of them. My personal collection, I swear I had 13 different, maybe 14. I think if I had every game on that system and I sold it in 2009 in the recession, I lost my collection was nice, guys. I could cry. I had 170, almost 200 games under my TV. And because I had 200 games, I could really trade anything. I know the difference between a rare game and a hard to get game. I would never even, if I've already didn't care about a game, I wouldn't even get it. So I mean, some games just didn't. I look at them like trash, even when they came out back in '86, bro. People, they just want to suck a dick off an old ass game, but a game is not a dick, and I'm watching porn after my show, okay? Just be clear, I'm not confused about my life. Shabrona says, what's up? I got a fork and a knife in my hair. And a filter. And a little happy face. Here's Dory coming in for the Sharona. She was a hit. She wants to know how many cigarettes I got. Let's count. Dory is finding six cigarettes. Yankee Doodle went. I am a Yankee. I cosplay as a Yankee. I have to pretend I'm an American. You know, I do what New York says, invade Afghanistan. I'm of a lowly Luke Skywalker from the desert. Okay. At the very best, this is 7 cigarettes. Okay, this is 7. 7 is an hour. I can go an hour on a cigarette, but the phone's at 20%. Oh, whoa. My phone's gonna die. Let's rotate my hat to see which direction the hair pops up. it laid it down right there. The fork's not pointed up. Keep this shit pointed up. Separate it. Oh my God. Can't Lowell Gamma, the Super Kitty Hayes say what is that? Round football. See you around football. The last time the 49ers lost the Super Bowl, I gained 1,000 subs. Woo, 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 woo. The last time the 49ers lost the Super Bowl, what happened? I gained 1,000 subs. Let's go. Let's lose another Super Bowl. This is what it's like when you lose 3 in a row. Just like the Bengals, 49ers and the Bengals. The 49, they say the 49ers are not like the Bengals. No, they are. They lost 3 in a row. Too bad they didn't play each other, because then they would have been guaranteed a win and they wouldn't have been compared to each other. But in the modern era right now, the only team with a modern 3-game losing streak is the 49ers. All right, Lowell Gamma Kitty says, take care. I know it's better to hit the vape before you light up the smoke. Sports Wizard, it's all about the Nazi Party spreading through America, bro. It's all about the National Party versus the Americans. You see, the thing is, when the Super Bowl was played at Super Bowl I, everybody thought Los Angeles was an American League city that they didn't know what the National League is. But because Franco and the Hitler loved Latinos. They're gonna complain about Hitler. He loves Latinos. He didn't ever want to fight no damn Spanish speaking. It was all about killing his own tribe. He'd rather kill a Slav, but the Slav speaks is multilingual. They didn't think they have deep ties with Ronaldo. It's all about Ronaldo, the Spanish translator for the king. Ronaldo is the Spanish translator for the king. That's why the soccer player Ronaldo, Ronald McDonald, they tried to spread Christianity to China and Japan ends up Muslim. They some fucking Muslims, bro. Don't be fucking confused. The Muslim womb of Japan is weak. They can't have 9 babies. They're full of shit, bro. These Gaza women, they don't have social media accounts, but these women in Japan who have no children, who I can't look at Japanese porn. I don't look at Japanese porn. Let's what kind of porn do I like? I like it when they say thank you. I like girls who say thank you during sex. What are you gonna do? Shoot me? During the 80s, you never listen to the sound. You keep the sound off so nobody knows you're listening to goddamn porn. But in the modern era, you can hear the sound. You can figure out where the lady comes from. And eventually, I like it when she says thank you. That's just me. Thank you. Then you get the I papi. I can tolerate that. Those girls never say thank you. If you can find a girl saying I papi thank you, then she must be half breed and well coached and completely scripted. Because women don't speak like that. So my speciality is mixing civilian words for English students who think they run shit. Okay, so you can use your English word combo on me, but I'll use my English word combo on you. You'll be destroyed. That's right. That's my approach. You know, I have the fork of the devil, the forked tongue. You know, my tongue is sharp. I cut people with my mouth, man. I cut you out of my life. My brother once told me I was cut off. I still feel that, man. Nobody else could pull out the word combo better than that. My brother lives in Atlanta, the land of Ted Turner, the lead. Let me swipe up, look at my battery. It's a big fat 11%. The Psycho Clown came out with a different music today. And Aerostar didn't appear to have his entrance. So worlds collide. Chad Gabriel looks just roided out of his mind. Like, congratulations, Chad. You look good now. Keep it up. You seem like a catchphrase. Parody of yourself. I know you'd like to break it down and be more organic in your future content. After, Grandio Americane. After your run's over, you're not the Patriot, you're not Buff Bagwell. I give Buff Bagwell more credit with his run with the Patriot than this fucking Grandio. I'm watching Buff. Let's look at Buff Bagwell content right now. I will wrap up the show on the 1 hour and 40-minute mark. Buff Bagwell. I gotta say, this dude, you know what he's talking about? I put my bananas in a cup. I put my banana in a cup. Because when he brings his lunch, he unpeels the banana before he gets there. He don't bring a banana. He's gonna chop up the banana and put it in a cup. He needs to. What kind of crazy shit? What a waste of a cup. That's a horrible ecological footprint. Wasting an entire cup to put a banana in. What a weirdo. This is why he never made it. Because if you open up his lunchbox, it's got bananas in a cup. Okay?